Hi all, today's 5-minute review video will be about Mazey Eddings, the Plus One. Please bear with me as I'm still working through the details on the format and information I'd like to include in these videos, but feel free to leave any feedback you have for me in the comments below or on any of my other social channels. This is a fictional contemporary romance novel that focuses on the relationship between Jude and Indira, whose friendship has not always been the smoothest. The childhood enemies quickly concede to a fake dating relationship for a wedding purely out of convenience to make the copious amount of events leading up to the wedding a little bit more tolerable, but they find that the time that they're spending together leads to a lot of very deeply personal moments together. This puts both of them in a difficult position as they're both dealing and working through their own trauma from past relationships and Jude's difficult job, but will they heal together or will it force them farther apart? I categorize this book as funny, emotional, and hopeful, and I thought it read at a pretty medium pace, or at least listened at a medium pace. And a lot of other readers categorize this book also as emotional, but generally lighthearted, and many other readers also categorize this as a medium-paced book. I picked up this book on Hoopla, which I get through my local library. I chose this book because I was specifically looking for a romance audiobook, and out of all the romance audiobooks that were actually available at the time, the cover and the synopsis looked the most interesting to me, so I guess I did choose this book partially by its cover. I really like this story because it is told through two different points of view, which I don't always enjoy, but seeing through the lens of the female main character and the main male character, we get two narrators for the audiobook version of this story, which definitely added a little bit more interest for me personally when there's two different voice actors. My first impression of this book is that it was genuinely funny to me. I'll typically smile a little bit at some funny moments in a book while I'm reading or listening, but this audiobook actually had me laughing out loud. It was just that good for me. And the back and forth between the main characters was hilarious, and the details about their past fleshed out the relationship history that didn't just dump endless flashbacks on the reader or listener, which I really appreciated as I was first starting to get interested in the plot and the characters. If you are a fan of fake dating tropes and enemies to lovers, this is a great pick for you. This book is a perfect blend of snippy comments to genuine care and trust for one another. Both the characters have their own trauma and grow from hating one another to understanding and respecting each other. They work through their trauma together during parts of the book, which made the relationship feel stronger and made their relationship a little bit more tangible to me. Rather than just working through things on their own, they actually do end up in therapy together. For me, this was a really good mix of plot and character-driven with strong character development. Through their trauma, each character has the opportunity to learn and grow. I thought the cast of characters was very lovable and diverse, and each minor character felt really fleshed out and a whole person who I would actually be really happy to read about in a different novel if this author ever decided to splinter off and write a little bit more in this specific universe. The flaws of the main characters was a focus of this novel, but it was also why I felt like Jude and Indira's relationship was so well developed. This was a 5-star book for me, hands down. I absolutely loved the progression of the plot and the relationship overall. Besides it actually making me laugh out loud, this book made me feel so deeply for the characters, and I'm pretty sure I cried at least a little bit at some sections of the book. And the minor characters were so well written and added so much to the story, it just made me love this book even more. If you like any of the following tropes, between fake dating, enemies to lovers, and only one bed-ish, as well as healing each other and working through problems together, then you would probably love this book too. I would personally recommend this book if you're already a fan of romance books. The writing was absolutely excellent in my opinion. There is some spice in this book, so I wouldn't recommend it to any YA readers, but none of the scenes were so graphic that I personally felt bothered by the detail at all. This book took me 3 days to finish. I listened at 1.5 speed for a good portion of the book and finished about the last third at 1.7 speed. This is actually pretty quick for me personally, as I don't like listening to audiobooks above 1.5 speed, but I had a couple of long drives, and with the total time of about 9.5 hours for this book, I knew I was going to finish the book with about 80% of the book complete on that third day. This is my third audiobook finish of 2025 and fits perfectly into my preferred audiobook length of about 8 to 12 hours of content, where I feel like I'm not just listening to one audiobook for months and months and months on end. I've actually really learned to love audiobooks as of late, but I will be buying my own physical copy of this book to reread at a later date. I really love this story and would be so happy to support Mazey Eddings. I also have added a few of her other books to my to-be-read list, as this book was published in 2023 and she has published plenty of other books since then that I think I would personally really enjoy. So there's your 5-minute review on Mazey Eddings' The Plus One. I hope you enjoyed hearing me talk about one of my new favorite novels and one that I will hopefully be purchasing very soon. Please leave me a comment below with any of your feedback of what you liked or didn't like, and follow my Instagram at epla.nner to keep up with my latest book reviews in short form, as well as journaling and planning content. Thanks for watching.